NUR SHAHIRAH Binti ISHAK from 3 Wicket number 1 with meeting number B061-031. So today I want to present my final year project report with title Exploring the Effectiveness of Self-Service Kiosks During Pandemic. Research background for this study is the COVID-19 pandemic, also known as the coronavirus pandemic, is caused by a coronavirus. The virus was initially discovered in Wuhan, China in December 2019. On 30 January 2020, the World Health Organization declared a public health emergency of international concern, which was later upgraded to a pandemic on March 11, 2020. COVID-19 spread via the air when abroad. After any airborne and particle pollute it. According to the current data, the virus transmits mainly amongst persons near one another, generally within 1 meter. The virus can also spread in tight and poorly ventilated interior environment. People spend more extended amount of time and particles remain suspended in the air or reach more than 1 meter. People can also become infected by contacting surfaces contaminated by the virus without washing their hands before touching their eyes, nose or mouth. The current COVID-19 epidemic has forced major adjustment in businesses all around the world. Consumers are increasingly spending entirely with a preference for shops that offer means for them to buy without having to engage in potential harmful to face-to-face interaction with social distance being the rallying cry of coronavirus protection. Customers are increasing because of germ protection measure. Many large restaurant chains have already implemented self-ordering kiosks before the pandemic, and the technology had rapidly shown to be a success. While restaurants and consumers were already warming to the notion of self-ordering kiosks, the COVID-19 epidemic has paused their popularity owing to the technology's numerous safety advantages. Self-service kiosks can assist businesses in promoting social distance by allowing customers to create their meals, place their orders, and even pay without dealing with the restaurant workers. The problem statement of this study is the 2019 coronavirus disease COVID-19 pandemic has devastated the world, causing unprecedented socio-economic upheaval in societies worldwide. The fear of COVID-19 has put cities on lockdown and left streets deserted in many countries. Over 1.5 billion students have stayed home because of school closure, and people have been restricted from traveling between cities and abroad. Unlike natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, and fires, pandemic may cause long-term damage and are likely to recur even after the epidemic is over. In addition, while other disasters mainly result in material damage, pandemic have wide-ranging impacts, including job loss, economic crisis, and psychological instability. Social distancing has accelerated intact consumption and the corresponding lifestyle. Intact is a newly coined term in Korean with the negative prefix unadded to the word context, referring to a behavior disposition to minimize direct contact between people. Example of intact consumption include self-service counter, online purchasing and payment, and unattended kiosks based on technological environment and the individualist tendency of modern people. Uncontext, a new customer service strategy is in the digital age. The objective of this study is to identify the standard of procedure during pandemics, to investigate the role of self-service kiosks during pandemics, and to determine the relationship between self-service kiosks and pandemic's context. Research questions for this study is: what is the standard of procedure (SOP) during pandemics? What is the role of self-service kiosks during pandemics? What is the relationship between self-service kiosks and pandemic's context? Literature review for this study is according to Bennett 2011. A pandemic is defined as an epidemic occurring worldwide or over a very wide area, crossing international boundaries and usually affecting a large number of people, according to Ministry of Health measure to 2020. To avoid being infected, safe social distance, maintaining hand hygiene via frequent hand washing with water and soap, and wearing face masks in public and busy areas should always be performed. According to Rettegard and self-service kiosk is a technological acceptance and satisfaction model created to investigate the connection between trust, self-efficiency, perceived ease of use, perceived pleasure, perceived value, satisfaction, and behavioral intention to use this kiosk. According to a radio 2020, a self-service kiosk is added to the company environment and the grab and go system of buying product via a mobile application for on-the-go customer to enhance customer experience. This study was designed primarily to investigate the explored use of self-service kiosks and to investigate the effectiveness of self-service kiosks during pandemic. 3 sets of questionnaire will be used to gather data. The target population of this study was adult and young adult who have used self-service kiosks. Correlation design is a non-experimental research technique in which researchers analyze two variables, understand and evaluate their statistical connection with no other factor in play. This kind of study may assist in making better informed forecasts. The correlation study aims to determine the degree to which one or more two types of connection occur. Data collection is collecting data from all relevant sources to get the most accurate answer to the research topic. The two types of data collecting method are primary and secondary data collection method. The questionnaire technique will gather primary data which comprise information collected of objective. A Google form was used to distribute the questionnaire to the young adult and adult respondent. On the other hand, secondary data is information that already exists and has been collected for a specific reason. The sampling technique for the study is the end populations for the study is the adult and young adult, and the study population is who have used self-service kiosks at least once. And sample size was determined using Krejci and Morgan table. The population for this research is 1,000 adult and young adult based on the table of Krejci and Morgan table. The researcher will select 2,700 7,800 respondents. The main of this study is to explore the main determinants that influence customer acceptance towards self-service kiosks at food and beverage restaurants. To achieve this, the study adopts a questionnaire approach to collect data. The survey consists of 20 items, including demographics, that were graded on a 5-point Likert scale, ranging from 1, strongly disagree, to 5, which is strongly agree. A 5-point Likert scale offers benefit over 4-point Likert scale. It enables participants to answer with a medium position if they are unsure or sure about specific issues, rather than forcing them to choose between agreeing and disagreeing. A pilot test is typically the first step in the data collecting procedure for a study. The pilot test is used to assess the feasibility, time, cost, risk, and performance of a research project. The primary goal of a pilot test was to identify issues with the measurement questions, questionnaire instructions, and the times it took respondents to complete the survey. The questionnaire is answered by 13 respondents chosen by researcher. This testing will take researcher 2 weeks to complete. For the time horizon, the researcher want to perform a cross-sectional study due to a lack of time for data analysis and finishing the study. A cross-sectional survey was considered more suitable by positivism from March 2021 to January 2022. The researcher will perform this research. The questionnaire will be sent to respondents through Google Form from September to October 2021, and from November 2021 to December 2021, the researcher will get the questionnaire data to identify a demographic profile, frequency analysis of the sample, and descriptive statistics such as mean deviation. The data analysis to identify a demographic profile, frequency analysis of the sample, and descriptive statistics such as mean and standard deviations to answer each of question was conducted via statistical package for the social science 25 SPSS 25. Result of the analysis will be displayed using statistical summary, table, chart, and graph. So that's all for my presentation for my final year project. Thank you for the attention and thank you for watching my video.